Might take a while. All right. We are live.
I have to pull up different tabs for things because I don't have button form anymore.
Back to the hobo life.
It's a hobo life. It's a hobo life. Okay, I don't see anything on my Facebook group. I don't see anything on my Twitter. Oh, there it is. It is on my Twitter. Okay, cool. Lags a little bit.
Oh my god. This takes forever. This is brutal, man.
You should have just downloaded it to your phone and plugged it into the mixer, dude.
Plug what in the mixer?
Your phone.
I don't have a plug for that.
Oh, I forgot that doesn't have a headphone jack on those anymore. Fucking plebs without headphone jacks, dude.
Okay, I'm calm. I wish we were doing these in opposite order so I can burn off my anger.
Your anger. We could. It doesn't matter. I mean, they're going to get posted.
Your anger has made you powerful.
I didn't know what podcast this. 184. Okay.
There you go.
God damn. All right, so this is turning out well. Let's just start the podcast. I got no clips. Frank's not here, so we have none of his clips. I have no theme song. I can't play that either. I have this is a stripped down acoustic version of our podcast. Pretty soon it's going to be without cameras or microphones.
We'll just call it Podcast Unplugged.
I got you. You ready? Loitering in Wonderland Studios, the Twilight Zone review.
No. And then 10 minutes of them talking, and then we get to Jordan Peele. If Frank cuts the clip.
Thanks, Frank.
And then
give us comment at the end of it.
Yeah, and what's he say? Fuck it. Let's begin. LIW, blah, blah, blah. Episode 184 for Try Repeated. That's what I'm calling it, because fuck them.
Yeah, fuck it.
Episode 184. Yay. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Jansen Carlin. Yep. And there's no Frank.
I had a clip to play, but I'll just read it.
Okay.
A man dazzles a woman with his seemingly miraculous abilities, but their encounter takes a dark turn when the true source of his charisma is revealed. I had a robot saying all that, but I can't play that. So just picture that.
Or hear it.
Yeah, just think about it. The podcast listeners won't notice any of this because I'll have all that edited in. The live audience.
Absorb that into your mind grapes.
Yeah. The live audience is fucked, though.
Sorry,
I put up another tab to look at something and I forgot what it was. I'm not a happy man right now.
If you didn't know, Phoenix's computer decided to take a shit this week. So we're waiting on some replacement parts, and he's not too thrilled about it.
No.
Sorry, bud.
I got spoiled, you know?
The waiting is the hardest
You had a taste
part.
of the good life. And then that good life turned around and fucking swung its big, fat, 8-inch, 200-pound dick in your face.
That's solid. That's dense.
It's dense, yeah.
8 inches and 200 pounds?
Yeah.
Damn. That's pretty good.
Wait, yours isn't 8 inches and 200 pounds?
No, I guess not. Oh, that's what I was doing. Pulling my email because Greg emailed me.
Oh, yeah. What does Greg have to say?
Oh, Greg.
Find out in several minutes.
Okay. Oh, I like this episode.
Oh, I'll put up my
Probably
phone.
gonna give me shit for it.
Yeah, there's no Frank. I think we're fine. We're not going to get a bunch of weird science facts that he half checked and half remembered.
I mean, he was just talking to us a minute ago.
I mean, there's no science involved with Groundhog Day Redux. I mean, you can't really science that away. So
big Groundhog Day.
Actually, Jansen, you know what Groundhog Day Redux I like is Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. That's my shit.
Live, Die, Repeat.
Happy Death Day. That's my
Happy
version.
Death
That's a good
Day.
one too. Yeah.
Honestly, that is actually a good one.
Yeah, I like the second one too.
I don't know if I think I might have seen the second one. I can't remember.
The second one gives up all pretenses of being a horror movie, and it's just a full-on comedy where she's killing herself for the whole movie. like jumping in a wood chipper in like
my
slow
God.
motion and like flipping off the screen. Greg says about this episode, which he wrote E9S2 because he's a fucking asshole.
Fucking fuck.
Hey, what's up, TZ reviewers? Woohoo! You made it to the final stretch. Maybe we should all celebrate with some dessert from Arby's. I know that'll never happen, but anyways, here are my final 2 episode reviews on Sneeze On 2. Episode 9, Season 2. It felt dry and corny in the beginning, then it got very interesting in the middle because you knew the main female character are trying to dissect how this creep really did all this shit. But it left me feeling a little uninterested in the end. An episode like this should have had the Groundhog's Day creep actual die, whether it be by a freak accident, by the giant wood sword thing, or a classic window fall. But thinking about it again, it makes sense. He has to accept the fact that he's in the wrong, or he's going to be in a hell where he's constantly getting friend zoned. You know, Judgment Night. But like, I still wanted to see the creep die because it's funny that way, but it's an understandable message either way. If you get friend zoned or denied, just accept it. I give this episode 5 out of 10, aka a C for creepy simps should get off the soy milk and time machines.
What kind of dessert does Arby's sell? Because I don't eat at Arby's.
I wouldn't know.
Like
No
I'm sure
idea.
they have some kind of a thing that they call dessert.
I can count on 2 fingers how many times I've been to Arby's in my life.
Yeah, same, dude. Same.
There's a, like a Venn diagram where it's like, been the Arby's, had the desserts, and, kind of cross over. With Arby's, like, okay, let's start with a bigger circle. Times I've had diarrhea. Every single Arby's time I've been to Arby's Venn diagram would be entirely in that little circle.
Yeah.
In the diarrhea circle.
Arby's and White Castle. No. Just
I've never been to
no.
White Castle.
I've never been to White Castle either.
You're not missing nothing. It's
Kinda.
soy burgers, literally soy burgers.
Are they soy?
Well, maybe not really. They used to be. Yeah, they were soy burgers. They're those dinky little fucking burgers. They're sliders.
Yeah.
Sliders, yeah.
They're nasty.
No, thank you.
They're
Yeah,
awful.
I thought this Oh, hi Frank.
Yo,
Welcome.
just got home from work. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good, buddy. How are
Continue
you?
your thought.
Oh, okay. I'm going to continue my thought. I thought this episode was good. I didn't think it was. I feel like I say this a lot. I didn't feel like it was anything to call home about. I thought that they had a good plot. They had interesting actors and good actors at that. Like they played their roles well. I thought that it kind of took that piece from Groundhog Day or Happy Death Day, and what Groundhog Day was meant to be. I think originally it was meant to be something a little bit more graphic. I think there was even stuff cut from it that was supposed to be a little bit more intense or whatever. But it kind of showed you like a raw side of that story, which was cool, or a more gritty story from that perspective. So I thought it was interesting. I enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say about it. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't anything that really made my head spin. Everybody saw the ending coming pretty much. It was different in the way that, the Twilight Zone-ish thing that was happening to him, and he's not the main character of the story. I thought that was interesting because she truly is the main character of the story. This is about her come up and throughout the end of the story and making sure that he knows that he can't act like this and this isn't the way it's supposed to be. Even if he is dealing with some bullshit, you got to treat me with respect, right? So I thought it was interesting to have it from a perspective of somebody that the Twilight Zone is not doing anything to, for once. I don't feel like we've seen that at all with the current series, possibly the old series, but them's my thoughts.
I'm trying to think about that for the old series.
Yeah.
I
thought that made this episode feel a little bit original. Like it gave an original spin to it, versus just having it be from his perspective and all about him, which it wasn't.
All right, Adam.
All right.
So you're
All right.
you're standing somewhere.
I'm just going to rain on everybody's parade. I didn't like this episode very much. And a lot of that's because I just cannot stand Topher Grace. Can't stand him. This one is equal. He just, whenever he's on screen, he's just always trying way too hard and just like really like overdoing it, overplaying his hand. I get it. The guy's a bad guy. All right. How many episodes of this particular series is the guy always the bad guy? This feels like another one that belongs in season 1. I didn't find it terribly interesting. The twist, you can see it a mile away. It's not the worst. I mean, it's still better than most of season 1, but I was not as happy with this one as other episodes. I'd say about a 4 out of 10. Just slightly below average for me.
I feel like they did a good job though of I hear what you're saying about season 1 and how preachy it was with the political bullshit and like the just the messages, right? I felt like at least in this episode they did a good job of not making that the entire story, right? Yes, there were elements to it that spoke to issues in the world.
They kind of snuck it in a little bit, and I was just like, oh, I mean, it was enough to at least get an eye roll or two out of me.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. I hear you. Right?
I liked it a lot.
Yay.
A whole lot. Yeah, I mean, and I agree with that. I can't stand Topher Grace at all. Like, I really don't like
He's
Topher
like,
Grace.
I love him.
No,
I watch that 70 show like one time a year at least, all the way through.
Well, I mean, yeah, same here. But I didn't like Topher Grace in that, but I really didn't like that other tall, lanky, dumb man. What the fuck? What's that?
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, that dumb motherfucker. I didn't like him that much. But no, I thought she played a great role in this. He played a great role in it. It was some great acting. I didn't know where it was going. But it's just then it's shadow fucking play, dude. This is shadow play revisited, and they didn't not do it justice. I'll give them that. But so I'm a bit conflicted with that. I would say don't try to do shadow play at all. This was shadow play in Groundhog's Day with Topher Grace in a museum. I give it like a 7.
Okay. Interesting. Seems like we're all kind of all over the board right now.
A little bit.
I'm conflicted with this one. I like at some parts I'm like, ugh. In other parts I'm like, eh. In other parts I'm like, ugh. You know, I'm like,
I thought if anything from this episode, I honestly thought the acting pulled it back from the storyline. The acting was good. She was great. Like she played that role. Well.
My only issue with her is whenever she was doing the flirty talky with him, I didn't think twice about her. Anytime she had anything about what's happening to her, I didn't believe her. That was my problem with her.
Wait, what? What part was it?
Just anytime she got serious and talked about the plot of the episode, I was like, oh, she kind of took me out of it a little bit. Anytime she was doing like her and Topher talking about stuff, or
I think
thought she was great.
I think a part of that was, for me at least, I hear what you're saying. I feel like a part of that was the writing though too. I feel like she didn't explain it well, like why it was affecting her and how it was affecting her, which I guess for me as well would take me out of it too, if that's what you're trying to get at.
I don't know, just the actress. I don't know.
Okay.
I liked her overall. Nope, okay. Not really a problem overall. Just some of the lines she says when she's talking about what's going on is like, ugh. Probably should have done another take.
Yeah.
So for once, I'm not in between you guys. Jansen, what did you give this rating wise?
I gave it a 6.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not between you guys at all. I get what you're going for shadow play. Not really. Not really that similar to shadow play.
No. You know, the names have been changed to protect the good.
The innocent.
And the entire story. And
well, I mean, he's trying to convince her that he's reliving the same day over and over.
not really.
do you mean?
He convinced her in a couple minutes.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, well, he convinced the press guy.
At the episode was about that though. This is
You
a
would
minor
just-
part of that.
You would just think that I mean, him convincing her was a solid 8-10 minutes of the story. I would say that if he's done this for years, like he says he has, he would have some foolproof way to convince her. And like if he's really trying to make her love him, then that would be the first thing out of his mouth, right? I mean, if that was the real goal at the end of all this, which it obviously isn't, because he's probably tried this before and it hasn't worked. And
No, he hasn't. He
says
says
he
a
has.
couple times in the episode, this is the first time I've actually been honest with you.
yeah,
So
but
this
who
is
knows
his
if
first,
that's
his
actually the
first run
truth?
through.
Though.
What's that?
That's the truth that he's telling us. We don't know.
I'm
The
saying
one- There was one thing he did say that made me go, "Did he fuck her once?"
a couple times.
Yeah,
He's like, it worked more than
Yeah.
once.
yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right. So I was right in that. Okay, because I was like,
It's like,
wait a
I
minute.
got it in, girl. One or
Yeah.
two times at least,
All 3 holes in that canoe.
and none of
Nope.
it was consensual.
I mean, we were like outside. That's how early I got in one time. I was still pulling you back from the bus.
Just
We were just like,
No. I let the bus hit you, and then I went for it.
so bitch, yeah, I've been in there. No, if I could go, I really enjoyed this episode. At first I was like, oh god, what's it gonna be? I thought he was gonna be imaginary or something, or
I thought it was going that route too.
yeah, I was like, please don't go this route, because he catches the water bottle, and I'm like, all right, maybe she's in a bubble or like a virtual reality. I'm like, no, they did that episode with downtime, so I'm kind of going through this. And what caught me off guard was it's not even a twist ending. They tell you halfway through, or less than halfway. So he tells that, and the rest of the episode is about how she's going to get out of this, or how he's going to deal with this in the future. So I don't think there's even a twist in this episode. I really don't think there is one, because it comes so early on.
I think the twist, if anything, is that she wins, right?
Yeah, she kicked his ass, because that was her
She
first
kicks his
time
ass
doing it.
and she wins, because if before that there was no twist. The twist was that he told her what's happening. That was the real twist. If anything, that was the Twilight Zone aspect of it.
I would say the biggest twist is she didn't get arrested after punching him while he was detained.
Yeah.
I mean, there were security guards. They didn't know what they were doing.
That's true. They were security guards, not cops.
Yeah.
She might later, but it doesn't matter, because she's going back to the beginning. So, and to go off what Muffin's review was earlier, I don't agree. I don't want to see him die, because he'll just start back over. So, what's the advantage of that? And going up what Adam was saying about the political messaging, I didn't really pick up on any of that. I mean,
just little hints of it. Yeah, just little hints of it. Like it just seemed like there was a little bit of a stay in your own lane, and don't overstep your boundaries, and don't talk to me, and that kind of stuff. I'm just like, it just I don't know.
I didn't
A
get
little bit
that
of
at all.
it. Maybe it's just because I couldn't stand Topher Grace. I was just looking for more things to hate about it. Because I have yet to see him in anything where I can stand him. I just ugh.
The only piece of it that I think I picked up on was when she tells him, like, "Hey, back off! You're making me uncomfortable." Like that was really the only time where I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, I see kind of where,
because there was definitely
if they are
a
trying to push
lot
any
of
kind message.
man hating in the first season. So it's just like, oh, this is some spillage over from that. So
And that's why I say don't agree, because the first season hit you over the head with it.
yeah,
Right.
This, I mean, you could read it that way. I just read it as what literally her literal lines of dialogue, which is, you know me, but I don't know you. So what you're doing is like horribly wrong. Like you're just fucking with me. Like,
the one with the meteorite rocks that made men evil. That one.
Yeah, that one's just way too on the nose. It just backed you over the head with it.
I mean, I feel like if you had to abstractly look at this one in that light, like the message is more like, don't push someone into something because you know them better than they know you, or you feel that you've gained something on them and have this insight to who they are, and they don't know the first thing about you. So it felt more like somebody's own story portrayed in the Twilight Zone, somebody's own experience portrayed through a storyline in the Twilight Zone. It didn't seem like it was a a real broad strokes type of issue. It was more of a, this happened specifically to someone that I know, and it was uncomfortable and weird, but it would make a great story if it was told like this.
So I just picked it up as this is what happened with these two characters. I didn't read any political messaging or any morality behind it. Just this guy's like a real big creeper, and the whole thing with the masks is literally that's the only part that bothered me a little bit because it's so dumb. Like they're in a mask and he's wearing a mask.
If you I don't know if you caught it the second time you watched it, but I noticed it the first time I'm watching it. Right before she punches him in the face, you can see the blood on his lips through the mask.
Really?
Yeah, he's already done up in the makeup, and she punches him. He pulls it off, and he's like, "Oh, I'm bleeding." I'm like, yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
He had a nosebleed.
Yeah.
Also, can I just mention this is like the third time since that 70s show where I've seen Topher Grace play a creepy asshole. You know, like it's like he's doing the same character in everything he's done since he's left that show. This is the exact same character from Predators. Also, pretty much the same character from Spider-Man 3.
Brock.
Well, if you're asking permission, you just did it. Just joking with you.
I like him in Traffic. He's good in Traffic.
It'd be good if he went out into Traffic. I agree. I would like him a lot more in Traffic.
I have nothing against him. I don't
like
that 70s show.
I thought it was good in Predators. I liked the I actually liked Predators in general. I thought Adrian Brody was so over the top; it was actually comical.
It's definitely not one of the worst of the sequels, but the best of the sequels is the second one.
Fuck yeah,
yeah.
Danny Glover, you kidding?
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
When you say Predators,
it's the third one they made. They did Predator, then Predator 2, and then Predators, and then the Predator. That one was laughably bad.
I know some of you guys hate Black Mirror, but I actually loved Topher Grace's cameo in the Black Mirror episode.
See, he's perfect for Black Mirror.
Yeah. That because he plays like this basically Twitter CEO guy, and he's got like a full-on beard. He's like doing yoga and shit. It's fucking hysterical.
Was he bad at, dude? He was great in it, dude. Like I didn't even know that was him until afterwards. He was
right.
It.
I think no matter how good the episode was, Adam still wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah, you're right.
Adam, I think
guilty.
You have a bias, dude.
I might be a little biased. Yeah.
I give it an 8. I really enjoyed it all the way through.
Wow, an 8. Okay.
Second time I enjoyed it too. And
I keep holding back on my scores because I feel like you guys are gonna give me shit. My gut said 7, but I said 6 instead. So
actually, I thought you guys were gonna beat up on me harder.
I'm going 7. Fuck you guys.
I think you have a Topher hate on.
It's true.
Yeah. And I wouldn't judge an episode based on not liking an actor.
Well, and if an actor can stop being that actor and doing the thing that actor does to annoy me, that would be different. But he doesn't. He's just always the same one-note obnoxious motherfucker in everything he's in. And like, here's an episode of Twilight Zone where he's just Topher Grace being Topher Grace. It's like, that's just not entertaining to me.
I mean, that's typecasting, though. It's like saying
and as far as the plot, you already nailed it right from the beginning. It's Groundhog Day, except it's twisted Groundhog Day. Woo! You know, sorry, it doesn't work for me.
Tom Cruise.
Yep. Tom Cruise, same shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just typecasting. I think he has more levels than that. I'd like to see him do some other stuff. But to be fair, he's come out with other stuff, and I just haven't looked it up to watch it. So who knows? He might be really
David
great.
Duke in Black Klansman.
Oh, that's right. I did watch that.
That's fitting.
Scientologist whack job.
It fits.
You're talking about Tom Cruise still?
Yeah.
He's talking about 90% of actors.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, John Travolta.
Yeah.
Hey, he's had a hard couple weeks. Let him go.
Will Smith. He's had a hard couple weeks too.
Yeah.
Or soft couple weeks. I don't know.
What happened?
Bit of both. Column A, column B.
Yeah.
What happened to Will Smith?
His wife cheated on him.
We don't have. Do we have enough time to even tell you what happened to Will Smith?
Jansen did.
That's it. His wife cheated on him. She told him to his face. On
Yeah,
like
they
a live podcast.
they covered it on a live podcast on what
On her kids.
on her channel, his wife's channel.
Why I was confused about that is because the previous story I saw like 2 days before that broke was they're in an open marriage. And I'm like, huh? What?
It's a fucking mess, is what it is. You can call it whatever you want. Open marriage, whatever. It's messy, really messy.
The purple dildo. It's all the same, dude.
Yep.
I think she's terrible.
She is a pretty terrible person, for real.
No, actress. I don't enjoy watching her at all.
Oh yeah, no, I've never liked any.
Her
of
as
her
Fish Mooney on Gotham was.
I literally
God.
stopped watching that show because of her. I couldn't.
Yeah.
She was
I tried to watch that show. I really liked the guy that played the Penguin, but I couldn't stand Fish Mooney, man. Oh,
Yep.
oh.
Fucking character.
I thought she piloted a great whatever they were called in the Matrix. I mean, nobody could run that run other than her.
Yeah.
In Lawrence Fishburne.
It's like Han Solo doing the Kessel Run, except with tits.
Does well, barely. Yeah.
That's what.
I thought she was hot in that movie Menace to Society, but she wasn't a good actress.
Don't be a menace.
No, Menace to Society.
Okay, fair enough.
One that Don't Be a Menace is making fun of.
Right.
Are you my daddy?
So
Wrong ho.
Twilight Zone.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Wrong ho fo.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's
going. Yeah, I'm sure one of those days he probably got in the wrong hole.
Did you want to get into the plot of this one at all, or you think we pretty much give it up to Ghost?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what are we talking about here? We're talking about a guy who's repeating the same day over and over. Nobody else.
I have a question about. Remember when she left her bag and shit in the canoe? And
Yeah, why did they make notice of that?
Yeah, like they literally showed it.
Insert shot.
Like, I was like that. Why?
Maybe that's where her rape whistle was.
Maybe that's got to be it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, let's walk through this a little bit here. Starts off, she's waiting. She's talking into her phone. She's not really paying attention. Kind of a rainy day outside. She's standing by the road.
They're establishing that she's a really brainy individual.
Yeah,
She's recording her what you call thesis. Is that what she's something like? Yeah. There you go.
Whatever that is, I have no idea what that is.
and she goes to take a step, and then luckily she's saved by our hero.
Topher Grace.
He pulls her back, and you could tell once you watch it the second time, you're like kind of watching it with that in mind. And I'm like, because he says something really cute, and then walks away. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a power move right there. Like he makes her chase him. She's like, she wants more. That's why she's like, I met a guy. Like, and they go in the museum, meet at the ticket booth thing, go inside, and he just starts talking to her, and he's really. The reason I thought he's imaginary is because how much they have in common at the beginning, but that's by design because he's lived this day. He said 1,000 times or so. So for years. So I want to know. There's so much more I want to know about this character. How many women has he tried this with? What else has he done all these times?
I felt the same thing. I was like, I really wish it's another one of those episodes where it's like, man, I wish they would have made this into a movie and I had the story before, right? Because I feel like it's such a cool story, even though it has been a movie and shit like that. I feel like they handled it really well. I felt like it was a really cool, interesting.
Make it a movie and replace Topher Grace with Nicolas Cage.
Don't say.
Let's never do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
It's not a good idea.
No.
No woman would ever be attracted.
What?
Imagine that motherfucker telling you he's stalking you.
Yeah.
She'd be out of there so fast.
Oh, you like quotes, huh?
I'm stalking you.
What cages could Cage be in this type of a setting?
What cages could Cage? How much wood could a what?
Well, you got your rage cage, you got your coat, you got your just fucking up cage. You've got so many cages that.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
He knows what I'm talking about. You got the rage.
You have to go from court cage to rage cage.
Thank you. See,
That's
you
it.
know what I'm about. Yeah. So, am I the only one that actually watches Nick Cage cast out of the four of us?
Probably.
I was on one. Does that count?
No.
I think.
Actually, all of you were, except you, the one who requested to be on.
Yeah, and I
Still waiting for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm waiting to work less than 70 hours a week, and then I'll be able to do something.
You're having a kid. That's never going to end now.
No.
That'll be even worse. Yeah, no. But it's okay.
Yeah, because he's really quirky at first. And he's like, oh, what's his name? Bob Johnson? And she laughs. And I laugh because it's hilarious. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Why is...
It's like, why was that funny?
I don't know.
You get it. Like it
was a setup for a joke later on.
Yeah.
They keep going, and eventually she's like, all right, what's going on? What's your secret? And he's like, oh, I have a secret. And they do a good job with a number of things. But one thing they keep doing is they keep moving from place to place, and they all look different enough where it's fresh. You're not like, God, get the fuck out of this room already. They move from one place to another. They keep the conversation going. And I thought they did a really good job with the elevating conversation towards his change into aggression.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that pacing was handled really well. Because it could have just been out of nowhere, but it's like him realizing, oh, I can just kill you. It doesn't even matter what I do. I'm sure he's killed other people, but he never thought about killing her.
Right.
He even says a bunch of times, like, this is my first time doing this. This is fun. This is what we're doing. He grabs the sword.
Well, I mean, he did kill her the one time by accident.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. That's where a lot of the episode is, and that's where it's more like Happy Death Day, or actually Groundhog Day too, because he's like getting the cop chase and he jumps off the building and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's that.
Yeah. I thought those flashbacks
of
were cool.
all the different tries he did.
Yeah. I thought
Larry and 5. 4.
I thought that those added value to the story too. Those are flashbacks that added value when we talk about flashbacks, like the ones that we want, right? I mean, that you can see all the different mistakes that he made and how much effort he was really putting into making sure that he could get her to love him in a day. And man, what a mind fuck.
That's what I like seeing his desperation grow. He's like, no, I put in. You have no fucking idea. I put in so much work. You owe me. Like, basically, is what he's saying.
Right.
Like, you owe me. And she's like, I don't fucking know you. That's the part I found fascinating about that dynamic. Is
right. Well, and then I think it's funny too. She's like, why can't you just think about this from my perspective? And he flips it on her. Why can't you think it from mine? I'm like, because yours is fucking ridiculous. Fucking psychopath.
I would say Andy McDowell played it better.
She played it better because, well, she played it different because that's what that movie required. It's just different.
How so?
Totally different movies. This because she never got scared and creeped out by Bill Murray.
How can you?
Exactly. So it's different.
Phil?
Bill Murray told me he's in a time loop and wants to do. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's just do it.
I just want to do.
You want to fuck around, kill some people? What do you want to do, man? Let's do it.
I just want to do groundhog quotes.
I would love to stand here and talk to you, but I'm not going to.
The best Groundhog Day quote is there's a Nick Cage movie named after the quote when he's driving with a groundhog. It's like, you don't have to drive angry. And that's where the movie Drive Angry got its name. Fun fact.
No, are you serious? That's
true.
That was the inspiration.
100% true.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw Groundhog Day in a theater when it came out.
I saw it in the theater later.
What year did Groundhog Day come out?
93.
Yeah, 93.
I was 2 years old.
Didn't know a thing about it. I'm like, it's Bill Murray. And it's directed by Harold Ramis. How bad can it be? We loved it. Yeah, we loved it.
It's got what the fuck is his name? The bald guy that plays the cameraman. Why can't Chris Elliott?
Yeah.
Chris Elliott, everyone thought it was going to be huge. They gave him his own movie, Cabin Boy, and it tanked so bad he almost never worked again.
Looking foxy tonight, man.
That's all I remember about that movie.
I don't think Jansen realizes, or maybe you do now, because the three of us will remember this. Bill Murray was like a comedy god.
He is still a comedy god. What the fuck are you
It's
talking
so different from back in the day that there was so much less going on that it was like kids like us would like Bill Murray movie was huge. Like obviously Ghostbusters is huge, but
I have a Bill Murray T-shirt with his
Stripes,
Stripes is great.
Ghostbusters.
It doesn't fit anymore, so my wife wears it all the time. So now I have to buy a new one.
What is Bill Murray's best, funniest movie he ever did?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's Ghostbusters.
Which one?
First one.
That's not even are you fucking joking, Frank?
I thought he was funnier in the second one.
Ghostbusters 2016 for sure.
When he plays that guy,
I think Bill Murray, I don't think you can give him a best movie. I think he puts his heart and soul into every little detail of everything that he does, which is why he's loved so much, right?
Oh, The Life Aquatic with
See, I completely disagree, Jansen. I don't think he gives a shit, and he fucks around. If you watch him in Ghostbusters, he does not care at all.
Okay, let me rephrase that. He may not give a shit, but he is completely and fully himself and enjoying himself and everything he does.
Actually, Life Aquatic is pretty good because it's reggae versions of all of the David Bowie songs, and I kind of like that.
I don't like Wes Anderson movies though.
No, but that one's cool just because they did that. I
love Wes Anderson movies. Royal Tenenbaums is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Can't do them.
That shit is amazing. It's so good.
I hate that movie before Royal Tenenbaums. The fuck's that? With the school and Jason Schwartzman's a kid.
Oh yes, that one's great too. I
Rushmore.
love that.
I fucking hate Rushmore.
I've
tried 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, maybe this time. No, I fucking hate it. I love Bottle Rocket, his first movie. That one's great.
Moonrise Kingdom, that was good too. Bill Murray's in that.
Anything after Life Aquatic, I didn't see.
Grand Budapest Hotel, that shit's good too.
What about Darjeeling Limited?
I don't think I've seen that one.
What about Isle of Dogs?
I haven't seen that yet. It's on my list, but I
know all his movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them.
It's good shit. Honestly, I would say if you're going to start with anything and actually watch it all the way through, Grand Budapest Hotel is great, and so is Royal Tenenbaums. If you'd never seen it,
I saw Royal Tenenbaums.
I love that movie.
Didn't care for it.
It's all right. You're just fucking decrepit.
No, it's trying so hard to be what it is, and it bothers me.
But nothing else was trying that hard to be what it is. It was its own thing. That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, I agree with Jansen.
I don't.
It
doesn't mean I have to like it because you're unique.
It was a thing. Yep. That much you do know about.
I'm wrong because people fucking love these movies, but I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's all right.
I understand how you feel.
I've tried so many times too.
I mean, how can you look at this cast and not go, "Holy shit"?
No, the cast is always the best part.
Cast doesn't mean shit. You can put a cast on all kinds of great,
almost everything. Have you watched the Tarantino?
Talking about the guy that hates us because of Topher.
Yeah, yeah.
Topher Grace.
I was thinking that too.
But I get it when you don't like a certain type of director. Like a lot of people like just really are really into David Lynch, and a lot of it I'm just kind of like, eh.
I can't stand Frankenheimer.
I would tell you right. I don't think that there's a director that I've watched that I've been like, man, I don't want to watch any of this person's shit.
There's a few.
Phoenix is murdering Frank with his eyes right now. For people that are listening, those were actual daggers coming out of his eyes.
He watched one Frankenheimer movie and he loved it. So
I know it was great. Seconds is amazing. And by the way, I just want to say, Phoenix, every single season 1 episode you did alone, you've mentioned I got them all so far.
By the way, did I mention Frankenheimer?
By the way, did we mention The Crow kind of sucked? It wasn't even that good.
You know what? I did attempt to watch it this week.
Oh, he attempted. Why didn't you finish?
I had to go to work.
Oh, okay. Come on, dude.
I'm serious. I got to
tell the truth, bro. You got bored. You fell asleep.
No.
I'll never understand what you don't like about that movie.
I love it.
Listen, I just told you, there's not a single director that I hate their shit and I won't watch it. Okay. There's just
In
some
fact, you
movies
know
that
what?
don't do it.
That movie's my second favorite soundtrack of any movie ever. My first would be The Lost Boys, but
Yeah.
The Crow. Oh my god, great soundtrack.
I used to have that soundtrack for The Crow.
I still have it on CD. Still got
That
it.
best song on the Crow soundtrack.
Best song was definitely the Stone Temple Pilots one. I can't think of it right now.
What about Cat Rain All the Time? Cat Rain All the Time.
It's barely on the soundtrack, but also I really like the Keep Calling Me Dead Souls. But I like the
Nine Inch
the
Nails.
well, there's a Nine Inch Nails version, but I like the original version better. I just can't think of the name right now.
You know another good soundtrack?
Joy Division, yeah,
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's almost like the main song, isn't it?
pretty much. Yeah, it's the one. It's the one you always first remember. But the Burn from The Cure was really good on there. But yeah, Interstate Love Song by Stone Temple Pilots, great. Love that.
Airheads had a good soundtrack.
Fuck yeah, it did. Airheads, yeah.
Bands I will never listen to other than their song on the Airhead soundtrack, like Motorhead. No thanks.
Secretly great soundtrack that nobody knows about. The Last Action Hero, fucking great.
It's a good movie.
It is. It's a good movie, but it's also a great soundtrack.
I would say the soundtrack was much better than the movie. Yeah, it's one of those.
It's a good movie. Watch the movie again as an adult.
I haven't yet. I haven't watched it. So
It gets better with age. Yeah, it's going to find its audience eventually. Yeah, it always won me over, but the older you get, the more you appreciate the little gags.
I guess let's talk about
Twilight Zone.
The episode.
kind of how not even that, because it's very limited, because the rest of the episode is him explaining all his different tries, because it's called Try Repeated for a reason. So
right.
He's just explaining how many times he's done this, and you kind of see quick little comedy bits of him trying different things, the different names for the mask, and he's like Joe Johnson, Jerry, or like names like that, and she's like and he says Bob Johnson, and she laughs. She goes, "Oh, really?" I like that. It's a funny little moment.
Yeah, like his look at her, like, really?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, like that got you.
That's the one.
Okay.
You have a shit sense of humor, huh?
It's like he's rehearsing a bad comedy routine.
Yeah, it's him trying to perfect every little thing he says, and you can tell. That's why I liked watching it the second time, because I got to watch that with that in mind, and I'm like, he says something and then he walks away, and you can tell he has that down to a science. I have to stop talking right now because we have to be over here so I can pick up the gum and stuff like that. I enjoyed it more the second time around, actually.
Yeah.
Jansen, what?
I said he's got an agenda, and you can tell.
Yeah, like his watch keeps beeping. I love the part where he starts to attack her and she takes his watch and he's like, "No, not my secret time traveling device." He's like, "It's just my watch. It's a cheat sheet." And she just like drops it on the ground.
Yeah, because he was like, "We've never done this yet. This is a first." So yeah. And I really didn't expect where it went at the end, where he really didn't have to say her in the first damn place. So I thought it was whoever wrote it that way, I thought it was a great ending to it. Like, so there you go.
Yeah, I like that part. Because basically she mentions early on, there's a lot of like setups to lines and then the payoff later. The one is like, she's like, "Tell me something." He's like, "What if I don't?" She goes, "Well, I'll kick your ass." And she does it like in a flirty mode. And later on, he's like, "What are you gonna do?" She's like, "I'll kick your ass." And then he's like, "All right, well," and he's like, "I'll give you $1,000 if you can punch." And then she punches him in the face, and apparently saw blood beforehand. And she punched him in the face like 3 more times. And then security guards show up, hit him one more time.
And that's when she goes to jail in real life.
Yeah. Well, maybe she does tomorrow, but we'll never find out. But it's basically all this leading up to him waking up the next day, having to live the same life again, the same day again, and walking up to her, and you can see he just goes, "It's not fucking worth it." The bus goes by her, doesn't hit her at all. So therefore, the entire pretense for the relationship is completely fabricated, which is just. I want to know how many times he tried to look up to her in different ways, and eventually he realized this bus is the perfect entry. like I can grab her. Because we also see a little montage of him like running and like screaming. One time he makes the bus crash into some cars. One time he pushes her in front of the bus. She dies. And
So you'd have to assume that the very first time he sees her, she doesn't get hit by the bus, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, we could tell that because there was one scene where she almost, I think it was at the end of the episode, where she almost jumps out in front of it and she pulls back and he smiles.
yeah, that's kind of what I said, like where they went with it at the end. Like she did.
Oh yeah, sorry.
yeah, he knew she didn't get hit by the bus in real life.
Like it just kind of clicked in my head, like right as I, after I said it. But then I was thinking about, like, wait a minute. If he's done this every time, then she never got hit by the bus in the first damn place. So
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He pinpointed this spot as the biggest, the best point of entry to talk to her, where she thinks he saved his life. And you can tell he also thought about it as far as going, hey, I can't believe I saved your life. Let's go out to dinner. He didn't try that at all. He just says something cute and walks away. And it kind of like reels her in a little bit.
Yep.
And you could tell he's got that down to perfection.
Yep.
That part of it.
It kind of makes me want an episode 2. I mean, I know it's an anthology show, but it makes me want an episode 2 just to find out, like, okay, does he ever get out? What is the answer to him getting out? Because that's what I'm curious about.
Adam, we won't make you watch that one.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
We're gonna tape your eyelids open and strap you to a chair. And make
Oh, really?
you
You got to do
and then
the,
we're gonna make you watch all.
You're gonna do the
8
Ludwig
seasons.
technique and make me watch that shit now.
We're gonna make you watch all 8 or however many seasons there are of that 70s show in order.
You're gonna Clockwork
Back.
Orange my ass, huh?
Yeah. With the laugh track cranked up.
Singing in the rain.
not
Singing in
beautiful Ludwig von. No.
Then Adam's gonna beat you to death with a dick statue.
I fucking love that movie. I do. Oh, that movie's stupid good.
The milk bar where they actually drink milk. I love it.
Yep.
On Naked Ladies.
Out of Naked Ladies.
That's a movie I watched a lot. And then one day I was like, you know what? Fuck this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't like it anymore.
Missy hated it.
I think the worst is when you grow up and you're old enough to understand that how big of an asshole Stanley Kubrick really was. It's like, fuck, I love a lot of his movies, though, man. Damn it.
Oh, he's a lunatic.
He's a dick. And a lunatic.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the interviews with him, talking about how much of a like lunatic Kubrick was during that movie is more interesting than the movie sometimes.
He literally ruined Shelley Duvall's life, man. It's not cool. It's just not cool.
But it was kind of worth it for The Shining.
No, it's not. No. It's not worth ruining anybody's life for any fucking movie. It's
fair,
hard
I
for
don't
me
want
to
to
say.
see her in anything, so
No, but I
well,
don't
look-
think it's fair what happened to her, though.
no.
Well,
He's
it was olive oil.
yeah,
So,
but same
there's
year
that.
as this, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely before this.
I think they both come out in 80.
Yeah. Because she did not film anything after The Shining. That was the end of her career. She had
Anyway.
nervous breakdown.
Well,
What I
what
was going
happened?
to say earlier
No.
is
Oh, sorry.
kind of comparing this to, and I guess we'll end on this because we have really nothing else to talk about for this episode.
Nope.
This versus Groundhog Day versus Happy Death Day. Not as far as
Versus Edge of Tomorrow.
I didn't see that, so I can't really say anything
I'm
about it.
sorry. You should see that one. You'll like it.
But I didn't know where to go with this. What are we thinking as far as what would we do if we were stuck in these in a time loop?
I say we do a fuck, marry, kill with those 3 movies.
Well, this one's getting killed because I love the other 2 movies, so, and that sucks. But
Fair.
I'm gonna marry Groundhog Day, fuck Happy Death Day, and kill this episode.
Yeah, I think I gotta agree with that.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
Yeah, damn it. Never mind. Sorry.
And then watch Edge of Tomorrow. Frank will hate it because Tom Cruise is in it.
I feel like I started to watch that and I
Did
turned
he
it off.
run someplace and save
He runs nonstop in that movie.
I figured as much.
I love so much that he's just like known for that, and everybody can agree on it at the same time too.
He should play the Flash. He'd be perfect.
That was like a joke in my family, and I didn't realize it like until I was growing up that like everybody else realized it too. I thought it was fucking funny.
The thing that bothered me before the running thing became popular was how much he has to force him crying into every movie. He has to find a moment in every movie where he breaks down and cries.
It's always so disingenuous too.
Yeah.
Goose, no goose.
He does that thing in Last Samurai where he's crying at the end. He's like talking to the Japanese emperor. And he's like, tell me how he lived. He's like, or he's like, tell me how he died. He goes, crying. He's like, I'll tell you how he lived.
Say what you want about that, about him, but that movie was solid. As long as it fucking was, that movie was good.
Yeah,
She's my little deuce coop. You don't know what I got.
To be fair, I didn't see the finished movie for that, but the version I watched, I didn't like. Maybe they fixed it. I don't know.
Wait, what?
I saw a screening that the producers did. They showed it to our class, and it was like green screens instead of the backgrounds in some scenes.
Oh God!
But you ignore that, and I'm like, I just didn't like the movie. But
Last Samurai.
yeah,
I mean, but I feel like half of that movie really is the cinematic value of it, even though it is green screen. Like how picturesque it is, like that adds a lot of value to that movie. So to see it without it would really lower my.
I don't like the story, so
yeah.
I mean, I will give him credit where credit's due. That he does learn the shit that he does. It's not like a stunt double.
Does his own stunts, yeah.
Well, I mean, even with the samurai shit, with the, with this, that shit's hard, man.
he's like Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves does the same thing.
Like
Keanu Reeves is beloved.
Yeah.
Yes, Keanu Reeves is a
creepy fucking
stand-up
weirdo.
dude. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Keanu Reeves is the savior of our generation.
Yep.
Keanu Reeves is such a good person. We ignored how bad of an actor he was in the 90s.
Keanu Reeves for president.
Fair.
whoa.
I'll endorse
So
it.
bad in
You
Devil's
fucking
Advocate.
kidding me, dude?
So bad.
Devil's Advocate is a solid plot, though. I love that movie.
But his accent is so bad, though, man. He's doing the Southern accent and just murdering it.
He has like a Tallahassee, but he has like a Southern drawl. And you're like, what are you doing?
But it's not as bad as his English accent in Bram Stoker's Dracula. His Californian English accent.
He's from the West Coast of England. Where
if I've offended you,
well, shit,
then I'm sorry.
It can't be any worse than I just rewatched Troy the other night. It can't be any worse than Brad Pitt's attempt at a fucking like British English type accent that like
dude
he forgets to do every other.
Troy is such a beautiful disaster, man.
You know what? To be quite honest, though, that movie is fucking solid. It was so good.
It's entertaining, but it's so bad. It is just so over the top.
The fight scenes are cool.
Yeah.
That's all there is. Didn't Brad Pitt like barely speak in that movie for that reason?
Pretty much.
I don't remember him speaking that much.
I mean, he speaks quite a bit.
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't
hear pretty monosyllabic in there.
He's so fucking hot that I don't hear what he says. He is one sexy.
Worst part about that movie or any movie ever with this guy in it is fucking Legolas. What's this guy's name?
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Fuck that guy, dude. I hate that guy so much.
Why?
I don't know. There's something about him. It's probably the same feeling that Adam feels towards.
Thank you. I was just gonna say that. Same reason I hate
him, and I don't know why.
He shows up in the room, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck that guy.
He shows up to every room with a bow and arrow in hand. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? We're filming a fucking futuristic movie here. What do you got a bow and arrow?
Pirates of the Caribbean or Lord of the Rings, Jansen? Which one's worse?
Which one's worse?
Yeah. Well, as far as Orlando Bloom's performance.
I mean, well, to be honest, I feel like his performance in Lord of the Rings is minor compared to that of Pirates of the Caribbean. So I would have to say
thrown out in the big cast of Lord of the Rings.
Right. I'd have to say Pirates of the Caribbean is not his movie. But then again, nobody thought that it would be fucking what's his name's movie. God damn it, I can't think. Yeah, Johnny Depp. I can't think of names today. Nobody thought it would be Johnny Depp's thing, and that's what it's for now.
I consider those
by
Jeffrey
a younger
Rush
generation.
Movies.
Say again.
I consider those Jeffrey Rush movies.
Jeffrey Rush.
He's the bad guy.
Barnabas or whatever the fuck. His name
Oh,
is.
okay, yeah.
I think he's better in that than anybody else.
I
No,
I haven't seen any.
Barabbas, yeah.
I think the last.
Barbosa, that's it. Barbosa.
Yeah, like the second Pirates of the Caribbean is the last one I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the first 3.
Yeah, I think I've seen the first 3. I don't know if there's any more than that. Are there any more than that?
There's 5.
Unfortunately, there's like
Yeah, there's a
2
bunch.
more after the third one.
They should have stopped after the second one.
You're fucking right, they should have.
They are cash cows, dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They won't be for long though.
Well, I mean, it was the Marvel franchise before the Marvel franchise, so that's why.
Yeah, the Marvel franchise is
they're
still.
going to start losing lots of money without Mr. Depp.
Oh, that's try repeated.
What?
Do you have any clips, Frank?
Oh, I got the outro.
Do you want to play his intro? No. Do you have Jordan Peele's just intro, not them talking first?
Yeah.
Okay. Play that and then play his outro.
You might say that Claudia King has found herself on a kind of blind date, one set up not by friend, family, or coworker. This is a match neither made in heaven nor the internet, but in the far darker web of the Twilight Zone.
What I love about his intro is he does this, which he's done a few times this season. He goes, "In the Twilight Zone." He does this little like, care to watch.
He's waiting for the director to say, "Yep, okay, nailed it."
I have feelings about the next episode's intro, and I can't wait to talk about them.
I have feeling about the next episode.
What the fuck is that?
With the outro or intro?
The intro.
Hold on.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
All right,
We'll talk about that next time.
Or I mean, Jansen, do you think that was the intro? Because that was the outro.
Was it the outro or the intro?
That's the
Outro.
intro.
Is it the intro?
The
Really?
intro. I just watched it.
Just watched it.
Okay, so yeah, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that next time.
Next episode. Yep.
You guys want to do plugs?
Sure. You don't have the. I'm just going to the computer. Okay.
I have nothing, Frank.
Red Dragons Radio, Way Off Topic Radio.
God damn it, stop mine.
Oh, I'm sorry, James. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, I don't know what to say now because I'm so used to the computer.
There's no sound effects. There's no computer. There's nothing. I'm on a laptop.
Why? What happened to the computer?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Fair enough.
Adam?
You can find me on the internet at www.raiderslostflicks.com. You can find me at Twitter at Raiders_OTLF. I love to talk about bad movies. Come check us out.
LIWstudios.com.
Yeah, I got nothing.
RedDragonsRadio.com. Jansen told me he wants to plug.
Yeah, I want to plug that.
Let's
Frank all night long in a Hampton Inn with a big purple dildo.
Oh, yeah. I want to get plugged in a Hampton Inn with a big purple dildo by my wife before she.
I'd like to plug Pornhub if you haven't checked it out already.
Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Jansen
Frank.
Carter.
I'm sorry.
Wasn't me this time.
I win.
You got me. You didn't say it first. Go ahead.
Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Jansen Carlin.
I'm Phoenix. Oh my God.
What?
Play us out, Phoenix.
What?
We're done.
There's nothing to play.
I'm Frank Clementine Link. Squeeze.
He's Frank Links. I'm Adam Wilcox.
Squeeze.
We're out of here. I'm Jansen Carlin. Like I said, the first 2 times.
Nobody fucking heard you because they were talking over people. Play the outro. We're going to end on Jordan Peele, and then we'll go to break.
Claudia King will, like most of us, proceed directly to a lifetime of tomorrows, leaving Mark Wheeler to spend an eternity in a prison of his own design. The inability, no matter how many tries he's given, to see beyond himself. An endless loop of solitary confinement here in the Twilight Zone.
Shadow play ripoff.
So long, citizens. All right.
Shadow play ripoff. You just had to get that in there.
Yeah, no, I did.
Schwarzenegger time.
And I also got the sleeping reference there. Jansen.
What's that?
I also got this, the falling asleep reference there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's hysterical. Yeah, I gave my doctor a fucking rashing, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, yeah, I did. I was mad.
God.
Yeah, so yeah, so I have to go take a drug test now. Well, I was mad, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why on earth would you just like not refill my prescriptions? You're not even my fucking real doctor. My real doctor is only with MS, you bitch. You're just here to fucking refill my scripts. How dare you like just not refill my scripts until you see me and then you schedule it for 6 fucking days later? What's the matter with you? Yeah.
That doesn't work.
No, I fucking narcolepsy. It's just like dude, Sunday I fucking at 1:00 I was supposed to go fucking check out a guitar at 1:00. I jumped in my car at 12:30. I woke up at 4.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then Missy brings home dinner around 6:30 or 7, something like that. I don't know. And then I wake up at 11, basically with my head almost in the fucking plate of food.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was so fucking mad.
Missy does try to wake you up.
She did try to wake me up.
Oh
yeah.
Jesus. Is that bad?
She goes, I go, what did I say? She's like, you lifted up, you went, you mumbled something incoherent, and then and then your head went back down on the kitchen table, kind of hard. I thought you hurt yourself, and I did actually. I had a big
Oh no.
There. Yeah.
At least she's getting some free entertainment out of it.
She's just like, what at this point she's like, whatever. Yeah. Let him sleep. Yeah.
Let him sleep. He needs it.
Yeah, it's been. No, it's I've been sleeping fine. I slept that night. It's not like I'm tired. Like that's the problem. It's not like it's like over. Not sleeping or anything. You know what I mean? Hi, Phoenix. Like I can see your eyes.
Oh, hello. It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's not creepy looking at all. But yeah.
What?
I don't know.
But yeah, I got to go pee. Like I literally, got home and jumped right on. So it was fucking.
Right, do your thing, man.
Yeah, what a nightmare today. Good God. Ugh.
What's going on?
It's so fucking hot. I was soaked. All right, I'll be right back.
You playing that now?
I don't know. Just wanted something to occupy some time when I didn't have anything better to say.
Where's Frank going?
Take a piss.
What? Why do you wait until after the break's over?
Listen, dude. Listen. I just fucking work here, okay? Don't ask me.
Boring.
Show up on time. Do what I'm told.
Heart.
I have no idea what we were talking about, to be quite honest. So
He's gonna hear all this.
just joking.
He was telling me why he was late to Adam and Frank discuss the 50s movie.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about that. We'll talk about that off air.
Who's gonna be here tomorrow?
I might take the week off if Frank wants to sit in for me. If that's cool. Oh shit, we're doing a Friday the 13th episode though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll ask Frank if he wants to go in. If he can go in and be on time, then I'll let him.
You might not like that show as much as I do, and if you don't, it ain't gonna hurt my feelings in the slightest bit. I'm the old guy, so I have nostalgia. I have rose-colored glasses for that one for sure.
If you're not there, you could probably watch it because I think I might have put it on the hard drive.
It's probably there. My dad came over yesterday. We went out for sushi, and we got back. I was like, "You want to watch something?" I got this hard drive with like 1,000 things on it, so we're scrolling through it. fucking George Carlin's 1998 HBO specials. On
Oh
there.
god,
Like,
all of
throw
his
this shit
specials.
off.
I love that guy so much.
Yeah.
I have all of his CDs. I love George Carlin.
That one didn't age well because he starts off yelling about the fucking TSA and it's 1999 or not the TSA but airport security because TSA wasn't a thing.
There's
yet.
too much of it. Can't
Yeah.
stand it.
I'm like, man, this hasn't aged well because shit's way worse now.
Still applies though. I mean, guy's ahead of his time in some ways. I think the best thing he ever said though is he goes, "Look, I'm here to tell you, nobody gives a fuck about your kids. That's why they're your kids. I would like to just make that my ringtone. You know, is there's so many people that expect you to raise their kids, and just everything has to be kid proof and kid safe all the time. And it's like not everybody wants to have kids.
Fuck off. When I was a kid, we were in fucking Lake Erie, fucking swimming in literal goddamn bio waste shit up to our necks.
When I was a kid, we used to eat caps just for fun. Okay, you know, I mean, actual caps. Just
Oh man.
bite down on it. Whoa, it blew up in my mouth, dude. And we all lived to tell about it.
All right, fuck it. He's taking forever.
Give him a minute, dude. What are you in some rush?
He's taking a piss. What's taking so long?
Well, he came.
Maybe it fell off.
Listen, he came home and he got right on, so he didn't take a piss when he got home. So he's probably it's got to take him a minute. He's old, okay. He's got to like lean over there and like.
He's
will
not
it.
old,
He's
Jansen. I'm old.
He's got to will it into action. Like he's got to think really hard about what he's trying to do. You know what I mean?
Or Adam just took a piss, didn't you?
Took a piss and went and got another water so I can piss some more. Do you like how I put
you
it?
know what? He was talking about how he didn't get his prescriptions refilled and how he's had some narcoleptic episodes the past couple of days. So maybe he fell asleep in there. Who knows?
I put it back on my chair so the green screen doesn't mess up anymore.
He said he fell asleep in his plate of food. It was like 6
Yeah,
o'clock and
he
woke
told
up
me
at
that,
11.
Jansen. He called me 16 times.
16 times. Why?
Maybe 15, but I have the screenshot to prove it. I'm like, I had to block. I'm like, come on, dude. I don't want to do this. You know, it's not that big of a deal. We'll do it some other night. Because I answered the phone once, and you know that one clip that he played where it's just like, that's what I heard on the other end. I mean, he sounded like Milton, you know, from fucking Office Space. And I'm like, and then it started going staticky on me, and I'm like, just hung up the fucking phone. Then he kept calling me back. I turned the phone over, put it on silent. Look at my phone a few minutes later, it's still blowing up. I look at it, I'm like, Jesus, 15 calls? Block.
I think we might need to work on your patience, Adam. And maybe a little bit of anger management. Just a little bit.
Maybe.
Just fucking with you.
If I called you 15 times, you'd block my ass too.
Listen, if you called me
Call me
15
twice.
times, I would be upset. I would not be angry.
I'm not angry. I don't want to talk.
Or I would assume you're dying. And
Yeah.
911 isn't working on your phone for
I
some
would
reason.
text and be
that-
like, "Hey, you okay?" Except
That's like
if it was Frank,
ex-girlfriend
I
creeper
would've been like,
status, you know?
if it was Frank, I'd been like, "Hey, you up?" Question mark.
That's John Favreau and Swingers.
Yes.
That's what that is.
Oh, hey, you're home. Wow.
That scene is so hilarious and uncomfortable. Oh god,
Yep.
I
That's
haven't
on the
seen
hard
that
drive.
movie in years.
it's on the hard drive.
Is it? I have to watch it again.
It's
been
a
long
fun
time.
movie. That scene is so uncomfortable though.
That's definitely the best thing that what's his name was in. Vince Vaughn, yeah. Never saw Vince Vaughn in anything else again, and I thought he was worth a shit. But
I saw
in
something with him
Swingers,
not
he's
too
great.
long ago that I really liked. What was it?
Psycho.
It's fun.
Psycho 98.
Bates.
It was.
He's good in True Detective. We talked about that last week. Remember that podcast I was going to start called Waiting for Frank?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna close my door a little bit.
All right. We're going to start when he gets back.
Okay.
I don't want to listen to reruns of NCIS in my microphone.
Hacksaw Ridge.
I didn't see that.
It was so good. I love war movies though. You don't really like war movies though, do you?
I like war movies.
I couldn't remember if you do or not.
The Dirty Dozen and Stalag 17. Those are my favorite 2 war movies.
I don't think I've seen either of those, to be quite honest with you.
They're really old.
That's probably why I haven't seen them.
I don't know if those are on the hard drive.
Probably not.
I want to go with Apocalypse Now.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's a good one, too. I do have that one. I guess I was thinking World War II movies. Yeah.
I did watch that one. Came out last year. It looks like it's all one take. That one was pretty good. Yeah, that one was pretty good.
That. I want to.
That was good, too.
Honestly, like if you're gonna watch that one, Phoenix, don't rip it off the internet or anything. Rent it, watch it in all of its high quality that it's supposed to be. Because
Dunkirk is pretty fun too.
I haven't seen.
I wanted more out of Dunkirk.
I guess I appreciate that because I really didn't know much about that battle until that came out. Like
you can actually go on or something I did after I watched the movie. Go on Google Maps and tour that little area. It looks very similar to what it was back then.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
That is cool.
Same thing with Hacksaw Ridge too, isn't it? Or no?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
No, not Hacksaw Ridge. The other one. Oh shit. No, never mind. I'm thinking about something else.
We Were Soldiers.
Oh God. Why is Mel Gibson going to keep making The Patriot?
Not anymore.
I don't know. He
Fall
made
asleep
Hacksaw
or
Ridge
what?
after all that happened.
He's trying. He's trying to get back up there on that horse.
Hey, Frank.
Hi,
Hi, Franklin. Is your name actually Franklin? I don't even know if that's accurate.
Frank.
Just Frank.
It's
Francis.
Frankenheimer.
Forgot about
The
that.
missing link.
Welcome to LIW, the Twilight Zone Review, episode 185. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Jansen Carlin.
I'm Frank Clementine Link. Screeze.
Adam Wilcox.
Today's episode, as you might also like, we did not. It's episode
Also
10
like.
2. It might be the last episode of the show.
We did not also like.
What?
I already said that.
I know, but I wanted to say it again.
I think we all need to say it.
Okay. Frank?
I wish we did this first because I was really angry at the beginning of the last episode. It took me a while to get over it.
Hey,
This would be-
remember how your computer's broken and you can't do anything with it until you get your new parts in?
It's just sitting
Feel
there.
that anger,
I'm
bro.
just sad.
Feel your anger.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
Into your anger.
I can feel your anger.
Oh, I thought you were mad at me. Like, what?
No, we're not mad at you.
Oh, the way it is like this is the last show. I'm like, what do I do now?
No, he's upset that we have to talk about this episode.
It's going to be the last episode of Twilight Zone 2019.
I'm thankful. You mean 2020?
They're not going to get renewed for a 3rd season. No, they might. I don't know.
So let's break into the issue because
Yeah.
there's a lot I want to say about this episode, and I assume we'll get into that. Let's let's just set up the episode, and then we'll go into our feelings about it.
Can we hit the intro?
Go ahead. Yeah, play. Do you have just Jordan Peele? I
Yeah.
can't listen to these two bitches talk. Okay.
Dude, you asked me to only do Jordan Peele last show, so I did.
How often do you listen to me?
As often as I hear you.
At least
that
once.
is the most accurate answer I've ever heard you say, Frank.
He listens to you at least one time that you've asked him ever. At least one time.
I gotta hear you first before I hear you. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough. Hey,
Who
go
wants
ahead and play
to see
Jordan's
you,
intro. Oh, here we go.
Submitted for your approval, Mrs. Janet Warren. A woman who would seem to have everything.
He talks like a robot.
Thing.
Yeah, that.
But possessions have weight. We can't carry them all at the same time. Especially when taking an unscheduled trip into the Twilight Zone.
Who schedules one?
Why is he pointing at the fucking sky?
Because she was.
Stupid. I hate it. And
Where
stop
the
stealing
fuck can we
Sterling's
begin?
phrases, you fuck.
He talks like a robot. I want this might be the first episode I'm not going to have us say anything nice about. This is the worst episode. This is worse than Wonderkin.
It really is. It really is.
This is like number 12 looks like you modern era and makes me hate everything ever.
This is a 2020 episode, a sequel to a 1960, what was that, third season, so 63 episode, 62. It's a sequel to that. That's not really a sequel. It has one line that's the same where she asks what time it is on Earth. That's the only line I could figure out that's the exact same from the original. Have you guys seen To Serve Man?
Negative. Now I don't want to.
Describe the premise because I'm not good with names.
No, you really should, Jensen's great.
Oh, okay.
It's good. I would not say great.
You're talking about the original
Is it-
one with these
Is
characters,
it better
right?
than
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I
the-
have seen it. Yes.
Better than this drivel that we
They
had
ref-
watched.
you've seen the Simpsons episode that heavily references that.
Yes.
Where they keep blowing off the book cover and it changes what it's saying every single time they do it. Okay. Anyway, it's a sequel to an episode that has really nothing to do with that episode. It's an entirely different premise. It makes no fucking sense the entire way through. It's all the fuck over the place. It feels like David Lynch made it, even though Oz Perkins,
Yes.
which is true. This is the son of Anthony Perkins from Psycho.
That explains a lot.
He plays one of the Canobites in this episode.
Which I have something to talk about when we get to that.
Okay. He directed Blackcoat's Daughter, which is I don't like it that much. I think it's well made, but I watch it and I'm like, it's good.
He also directed Gretel and Hansel, which I saw earlier this year. We'll talk about that off air.
Okay.
Did you get the name backwards, or they didn't?
No, they really called it that. Gretel and Hansel.
It stands
Wow.
out that way. Yeah.
Mhm.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that was a design choice.
Yeah,
that he did.
because I go, is he an idiot?
Yeah, yes, he is. Yeah,
Wait,
that
George
movie
Takei-
sucked. Yeah,
George Takei does a voice of one of the fucking aliens.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
by the way, I didn't have to look it up, and I'm like, that's George Takei.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Yeah.
No, Jansen, you had it right.
Is it
George
Takei?
Takei. Yeah.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
No, isn't it? It's
It
George,
is because he often says my name rhymes with gay.
or it's George Takei, and my name rhymes with what I like, which is guy. No, that's too much. That's too many words.
Too much of a mouthful.
You're right, George Takei.
He's already got plenty of
Oh
mouthful.
my!
Yeah.
Oh
George
my!
Takei is one of those guys where it's
He just sucks.
unlike
cock.
William Shatner, he's become more beloved.
Yeah.
William Shatner, like everyone's just like that guy's ego is so out of control. He's going off in the other direction.
Boston Legal is what ruined him for that. That show puffed him up.
did
so
you
much.
watch that Red Letter Media episode where they were talking about
Yeah.
how Shatner's been starting shit with Red Letter Media on Twitter?
Mike was about ready to cry at the end of it.
Poor guy,
handle-
he's
can't
having a
handle
breakdown.
Showing
Rescue-
pictures of me and making fun of me.
Rescue 911 was great. Okay.
And then Spock throughout his life was like right in the middle. He just like consistently worked and you never really heard from him.
You know what I watched I didn't appreciate when I went to go see it with my father when I was younger? I went to go see William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy do something in Philly where they just talked on stage, and I didn't give a shit less. I don't know what they were talking about. My dad was into it, but I couldn't care less. And in my later years, I'm like, I wonder what that was all about.
I'm gonna guess it was about Star Trek.
Yeah.
I doubt they're up there talking about like problems in China.
They're up there doing Who's on First.
They're doing really bad improv.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Like, all I know is like I do remember they were doing a song where they were just talking.
picture William Shatner and
I'm a rocket man.
Rocket Man.
I know, Rocket Man.
Picture William Shatner and Lemoy singing "Baby It's Cold Outside." You can't unsee it.
But baby, it's cold outside.
I got you.
don't know.
Oh, anyway.
You babe. You babe.
Unfortunately, we have to talk about the episode.
Fuck this.
Sorry. Yeah. Can someone else?
So this bitch finds a a twig, not even a twig. It's like it's a twig. I guess it's a twig. I don't know. A piece of foliage in her hair. And she goes, "That wasn't there yesterday." Like, bitch, how do you know? This is your big clue? Anyway,
Scuff on her shoe.
so
Well, that was her second clue, Frank.
Yeah.
First clue being I was in the kitchen. Now I'm suddenly in my bed, waking up hours later.
Yeah.
yeah, and she has these weird pants on. Great ass.
All
And-
Under Armour clothes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everything.
I wonder who sponsored this one. I think it was
Nike.
Nike, yeah. Nice. Yeah.
I hate this episode.
So,
It's so fucking stupid.
why would the Canamitz be arguing with themselves if they have
You're
one?
getting ahead of
brand?
yourself.
Well, here's what I want to say. I think the real thing that pisses me off more than anything is that for the first 15 to 20 minutes of this episode, it had potential. It had
I don't
The-
agree.
stay with me here for just a second.
Okay.
It had the ability to go somewhere completely different and make something good of itself. And it decided to say, fuck that. We're doing an aliens thing, a terrible abduction episode, and we're going to fucking ruin it. Just all the way through.
Jansen is obviously not seen to serve man, because this one died on the launch pad for sure. Just died on him. Just started off wrong.
This is where I disagree with you, Jansen. By the time anything was revealed, I was already bored to fucking tears because of all the bullshit it does before that, which is our housewife. We never see her family except in Once in Her Dream, where they're having a weird conversation about emulation.
There are no men left.
She's at home. She invites the neighbor over, and they sit there and they compare. And she's like, "I thought your house had more sunlight, but it doesn't." I'm like, "I like my stuff better." And they have this like really fickle conversation about bullshit. And then she's like, "I keep waking up in my room, and I hear like a couple tones, and I wake up. I just want you here to witness this." And then all of a sudden, they wake up in their bed, and she had a dream about walking through the woods and finding an egg.
They were laying together, right?
They were what?
Weren't they laying together at one point?
Yeah, they wake up and they're both laying there.
I mean, my mind instantly went like they were definitely scissoring. Yep.
I would think that, but they were in the pants.
Yeah.
They're fully dressed.
Can I ask something? Phoenix, did Metala watch this one with you?
Yeah.
What did she think?
Oh, she absolutely hated it.
Okay. I was just curious to hear like a woman's perspective, because I'm like, maybe there's something or some tone of this episode that speaks to them, but obviously there isn't.
They try at the end of this episode. They try to throw in some character emotion, and it fails so fucking bad.
Oh my goodness.
We'll get there though. Okay, they wake up. Her neighbor freaks out. She's like, "I gotta go. I have my reclamation meeting," or is that what they say? Some sort of meeting where they're getting an egg, and they set up the fact that the egg will fix everything. It'll make everything better forever. So everyone's excited to get this fucking egg, and she's going to get her egg at 1:30, and our main character's not going until 4.
Apparently, it's an egg. It looks like a big rock, like a big meteor.
Well,
like
find out what it is.
They went to Russia to Tunguska and found this rock in the ground. There we go. Okay, that went too far.
The twist in this episode is so convoluted what the aliens are doing, but eventually she gets a setup where they keep showing commercials. Like she keeps seeing herself in a commercial. One time she's phasing out in the kitchen. She's like, "Sometimes you just want to sit there and cry in your kitchen." And it turns into like a paper towel commercial. It's stuff. It felt like Idiocracy at some points. It
really did. Yeah,
like unfunny Idiocracy.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't like that movie either.
Go away, I'm baiting.
you don't like Idiocracy?
Not really.
Get out.
Something wrong with you.
Is it because it's too close to home? Like too much like what we actually are living in, like an Idiocracy? Is that why you don't like it?
I feel like okay. How do I say this? They threw the writers, whoever was in charge of this episode, and
Mike Judge.
a human face
Who?
into the same room, and they were like, "Hey, create 2 different episodes with the same fucking premise, and let's see where we get. We want them to be completely different, but also the same." And that's what we got.
And then we'll throw a dart at one of them.
No, I mean, well, they throw darts at both of them because they both aired.
So they had a writer's room of 2 people.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Like we have 2 scripts with only one episode to do, so shove those in a blender.
Can we address how bad the dialogue is in this episode?
What dialogue?
The
Way too much
buzzwords,
dialogue.
the buzzwords that they use to explain everything it's what I hate about season 1. Like all this like buzzword Twitter bullshit dialogue. I'm
Right.
trying to say this without saying, oh, they don't make them like they used to. You know.
Okay, I can take
forgive 'em for
human.
that, yeah.
I could take a human face with a grain of salt at this point, because I could say that wasn't trying to do that to me, right? But this one is like consumerism is bad, basically, in my face, and I'm like, what the fuck do you call television? Is television not consumer? What, do you not want us to watch your fucking show?
That's
Why do
the
you keep
fucking
putting that-
irony too, man. Because Doctor Who does the same shit,
Yeah,
like
I don't-
literally the same stuff.
I don't fucking understand.
They chastise you and then they do the same thing, like literally in the same episode.
And then the commercials do the same thing.
I feel like I'm getting slapped in the face with a big old floppy donkey dick.
You were.
How much did you pay for it?
$0.
But did you miss your reclamation meeting? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, my mom decided to cancel CBS, who I was stealing it from. So I signed up for a free trial today so I could watch these 2 episodes, and then I canceled it.
Dude, I canceled my CBS All Access directly after watching this episode. I'm like, nope, this is why I say this is not enough to keep going.
This episode's such a bummer to end on. Like, because I enjoyed this season for the most part. Like, even the low points at this point were like okay. Like,
Yeah.
what was the worst episode other than this?
8.
8.
Yeah.
8 I laughed at, and I watched it twice, and I laughed at it again.
Okay, Ovation.
No, this is 8's worse than Ovation.
Okay.
I don't know.
The one after 8 I hated the most.
A human face.
Yeah, that one.
It's because it's the same episode as this one.
The fucking tardigrade.
It's
I didn't
just
mind
a
that one.
tard.
At least that one focused on the characters, and you actually gave a shit at some point. This one, I didn't care about her. And if this is the way humanity is, I don't give a shit if humanity dies. Is that what I'm supposed to feel after this?
Right? Burn it.
At
Burn
this
it all
point,
down.
let the fucking eggs eat the people. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't
Turn
think
them all into pink mist for all I
people. I think they just blew him up, or it seemed like, or I don't know what the hell was going on.
That was the only scene I enjoyed, is when the neighbor opens her egg and she just turns into a mist that goes up on her family mural.
So I'm guessing that. So I'm guessing by this point the Canaanites have taken all the men back to their planet at this point and left the women, and they're just like, women are just more trouble than what they're worth. So we'll just
No, because in the last scene, you see a bunch of men run into the store too. So I think, honestly, I mean, I don't think that they were trying to really say anything with that. I think they were either just at work and school and bullshit. But
Yeah, it's supposed to be like an affluent neighborhood where they're housewives. The kids are at school,
Right.
husbands are wife or at work.
this is the only thing the housewives have to look forward to, is the next big thing. Consumers bullshit, yada yada yada. End of story.
Maybe it took the top of the gay couple back there and left the bottom. Nothing. That's what. Not all men. That's what happened in that. You think I'm making a joke, but that's literally what happened in that fucking episode. The guy's boyfriend, who was more quote manlier, turned aggressive, and then the gay kid doesn't get affected by it because he's the bottom. What the fuck? Fuck that episode. It's still not as. This episode is way worse. I don't know where to begin, but to go off what Frank was saying, at one point she calls a couple of different people. Once she calls and cancels the egg, which is supposed to be like one of those scenes where they call the bank and they can't get a hold of anyone, so she's screaming at it. She gets on. She's like, I want to cancel my egg. She's like, why? She's like, just because I want to. I don't know what it does. I don't know what it is.
I was having flashbacks of trying to cancel my AOL.
Eventually, she cancels it, and then she calls some like weird psychic. Nothing fucking made any sense. She calls some weird lady in a weird store, and she's like, "You gotta untether yourself and float away." And she's like, "Tether." Looks over, sees a tether ball in her garage or her.
A little bit on the nose, don't you
like,
think?
Holy shit! And she literally tethers herself to the chair, not her bed, the chair.
The psychic bitch with the 7 phones.
That was honestly the best part of the episode, was that.
I did laugh at that. I'm like, you know what? That and the funny thing is that shit's more true than anything else I've ever seen on the show.
That was the most realistic part of the entire episode.
For reals. Oh, fucking, Mrs. Chloe has fucking 17 of them.
Yeah.
I was wondering when one of you was going to mention Man and Cleo.
Let's take a pause here and hear from Greg.
Oh boy.
Episode 10 of season 2. It's
Rip
an episode.
It up, Greg.
It's an episode. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near the greatness of To Serve Man. It's not bad, but it's not good. It feels very cartoonish with all the Karens. I mean, the mothers are crazy addicted to this egg because there is some need to have more babies or something. Then they had this funny bit with the 3 aliens poking fun at their system with the I, we, he shit. And then we realized what the egg is for, so she accepts her fate. So I guess the moral of this thing is to accept your fate and give up on aliens killing you. Damn, that sounds morbid. Here's where I just... a little strange. I give this episode a 4 out of 10, aka C for cool. This season is done. Hope you guys stay safe. I can't wait to hear the season recap next. We can all agree this season is a step up for the most part. Your boy, Greg Mirren.
Same to you, Muffin. I hope you guys stay safe too.
So at one point, she brings in a fucking what was that, a baby monitor or something, or some weird thing, and she watches herself.
It wasn't a baby monitor; it was baby monitor.
Is that what it said?
Remember, because all the packages and items and medications are all just generic, right? There's no brands or anything. It's all the same shit. And I think that was probably interesting, at least slightly, was them, pointing out the fact that, well, with Amazon, you can buy Amazon Basics just about anything, right? I mean,
fuck yeah. It's awesome.
I mean, it is awesome, but at the same time, it's like, don't individualize yourself. We're starting not to individualize ourselves with things like that. I don't think it's really as big of a problem as this episode's trying to make it out to be, but it's interesting.
I think it's that they took over the planet and they're offering you one thing.
Right.
This is where it falls apart after this. We'll get to when she gets abducted, because she has a phone call, tells her to tether herself. She tethers herself to her chair, not her fucking bed, which is weird to me. She flies out the window, and then she wakes up in the tree. And she looks down, she sees 3 Canobites talking. And they all talk out loud, like you hear them, but they're also, their mouths don't move. And they have this ridiculously stupid conversation.
With stupid dialogue.
I didn't think it was funny. I wasn't laughing. Neither time I watched this. I bet they thought that was so fucking clever, the way they're going, I, he, we, one guy's like, no, we, it's a hive mind. We all think as one. And I'm like, then why the fuck are they talking at all? If you really have a hive mind, you don't need to conversate. You don't need to have a discussion about something.
Exactly. Shouldn't you know this already?
So stupid and unnecessary.
Yeah, really. They didn't do that corny, dumb shit in To Serve Man or anything.
Well, they have a hive mind. Why are they having a conversation? How can they have a conversation if they're a hive mind?
Exactly. They shouldn't be having a conversation. They should already know what's going on. Why are they talking to begin with?
They don't need to discuss.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hear bees talking to each other.
I just don't get it.
They just buzz,
And then she wakes up and she asks for their supervisor. She asks for their leader. But then she's like,
with the dumbest line ever. It was like, can you have a leader I can speak with? Oh, take me to your supervisor. I'm like, oh my God, you did it. You went there. You did
and they granted her wish.
I need to speak to your manager.
And fucking Karen showed up in episode 10 of 2020 season. Jesus Christ.
Karen!
And she doesn't, and Karen doesn't see another fucking candidate. She sees the queen bitch laying the eggs like the alien in Aliens.
Literally the head bitch.
Yeah.
The giant.
Because this bitch is important. Why?
Because she kind of has an idea something's happening. Usually this character would have foiled their plot at one point and became a disturbance, and they brought her in. What are you doing down there? No, this person just kind of saw them, doesn't have any answers, and just kind of is curious. And they're treated like the greatest fucking threat. because then it cuts to like an interview with her and she's revealing all these secrets. I thought it was a video playing from before, like when they hypnotized her or something and were gathering information from the humans or something. But no, it's live. I'm like, why is she just sitting there telling her name and her weight and her address? Like, what the fuck is happening? And then talks to the queen, and you can tell the queen's afraid of her because she has independent thought and irrational thoughts. And I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Oh no, they ruined it. Because then she reveals that the eggs are really her eggs that she laid personally, and they're going to kill the human race. And this is where they try to throw in a little emotional core to this episode at minute 39 of 43, where she had a stillborn baby, and she wants to be a mother. So she elects to go back to Earth to have an egg. That doesn't
What
mean
the
she's a
fuck
mother. What the
does
fuck?
that have to do with anything?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Literally no plot progression, no purpose in the entire story.
I don't know about this Oz Perkins guy, man. I just
They should have ended it in 9 episodes, and it would have been much better to digest. And I'd be looking forward to season 3.
They just need one person who's willing to watch these episodes before they get added to the list.
Well, Jansen kind of figured it out because, like, you can tell from the way this plays out, they thought this was so clever. Like they were patting themselves on the back after they got done making this one. Did you say that? Maybe you guys both said it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so clever to the fact that they have fucking chapters. There's a Twilight episode with chapters.
What?
What the fuck was that?
Why'd the Canaans call a tree an oxygen tower?
This is Oz Perkins trying to do Quentin Tarantino.
No,
Twilight
David
Zone episode. Yeah, you're right, David Lynch. Yeah.
Getting way too clever for clever sake, I suppose. It didn't work.
This is what I say. This is why I don't like Wes Anderson, because this is what I see when I watch Wes Anderson. I'm like, you're trying so fucking hard to be clever.
This is what I see when I watch David Lynch.
Yeah.
I hear you,
so
but I
hard.
actually think he is clever. So there's a difference between trying to be clever and being clever. This
I don't.
episode,
I just see the same movie 12 times.
failed
That's all I see.
miserably.
But this is him. This is Oz Perkins going, this is such a fucking clever script. This is saying so much. And I'm watching it and I'm like, I want this to be over. This introductory scene where they're talking in the kitchen felt like it lasted 40 minutes.
The only way that this episode is entertaining is if you're fucking overdosing on mescaline and fucking LSD. Like,
this could be a fun high episode. I could see that.
It
Well,
wasn't.
yeah, if you get off and watch a pile of Karens talking through the entire episode.
I honestly think I'm probably gonna have a bad night's sleep. This directly related to this
I love.
episode.
I'm sorry, Jason.
No, you're fine.
I just love the new term Karens.
It never gets old.
It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's rough. It only would have been made more Karen if she had like a pixie cut hair.
A bob.
man.
Yeah, a bob.
Yeah.
I'm debating
Fancy.
my rating for this episode.
I thought you were just checking out like you were done.
I feel like I am.
Me too. We can make this a short episode. It's fine by me. I'll say fuck this episode. I give it a 1. Fuck everything about this episode. I want it to burn in hell.
I will second what Jason said to the T. I
I'm gonna
can't.
give it a 2.
Why do you do that? Why do you do that? You know you fucking hate this. Give it a 1. Give it the 1 it deserves.
I'm actually debating between 2 and 3.
What?
I'm gonna go to 2 though.
He went to film school, so he knows more what goes into it.
No.
Yeah,
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Nothing.
the only thing I can
This is
come up-
why I hate it when people rate things from 1 to 10 because it's open to so much argument. You like just
Don't give them an excuse. All right.
What about
Don't
you?
give-
What about you, Adam?
I would give it a 2 as well because I feel like all of season 1 is worse than this episode, but it's still the worst of this season. So it definitely 2. Like I could watch 8 again and laugh at it, and I think I gave that a slightly higher score than this one. But
Did
yeah,
you
this
say
is a
all
2.
season 1 is worse than this.
Season 1 is so bad.
I gave Wonderkind a 3. That's why I'm giving this a 2.
Yeah,
I would
but
say
when Scorpion was great though.
out of all the episodes between both seasons, this one is definitely in the bottom 5. Out of
Oh
all.
god, yeah. This is
Yeah,
definitely lowest tier of all of them.
Well, we can talk about that next week.
Out of all 20.
That's right.
That's what that was looking before. Next week we're gonna rank the episodes. So each one of us is gonna rank them best to worst or worst to best, however you want to do it.
Can we just say that this episode is rank? Like rank in the worst way? Just rank like
Are we supposed to come up with our rankings before the episode? Do I need to work on it? Do I have homework?
Yeah,
You're supposed to write them down.
put 10 things in order. That's it.
Listen, dude, don't fucking yell at me, all right?
It's a very easy thing
The
to
episode. I'm sorry, Jason.
do.
I will end you.
What do you think they were going for with this script, with the end result, with the chapters, with the stupid pretend clever dialogue? What were they really going for?
Oz Perkins I did an episode of Twilight Zone. It was the best one. Please hire me and give me a movie script.
Yeah, and I stole a bunch of shit from Rod, so
Yep.
it must be good since it's Twilight Zone.
I'm struggling for an answer. I really don't know what they were going for.
I'm not sure what the audience, the target audience was either. That's kind of the problem I had with his last movie, Gretel and Hansel. I couldn't figure out what audience that movie was made for either.
At least Blackcoat's daughter is interesting. I don't love it like some people, but it's
his visual style is interesting, but he's not the cameraman, so I can't really give him credit for that. But his direction is poor. His script writing is even worse.
Did he write this one?
This bitch was in Rounders? Wait a second.
She looks familiar.
Was she the girl? I think she was the girl at the boys club. Hold on a second.
Could not place her, but
She's the main girl.
Huh?
Isn't she the main girl?
Is she? I thought the main girl was somebody memorable. I can't remember now. And now I can't find it on her fucking page.
Go to Rounders.
What year did Rounders come out?
98? I'm there already.
Well, fuck you. All right, dude.
It is a massive downing pisser, though, that we have to end on this episode.
it really is.
Yeah.
This should have been in the middle.
Yeah.
Adam, going off what you were saying, the target audience. Because this would piss off a new viewer, which was, I had a girlfriend watch it. She hated it.
Mm-hmm.
If you know To Serve Man really well, it pissed me off.
Yep.
Who the fuck is this for? I have no idea. It's not for anybody. It's if you like clever scripts, this isn't for you. If you like stupid scripts, like we like stupid movies and B movies and nonsensical movies, it's not for me either. This is literally for nobody. This is an episode for Oz Perkins.
If you like bad dialogue, it's still not good. It's not for you.
It's for nobody. It's about nothing. It's about eggs killing the human race, and we don't find out enough about what's really happening to have it make any sense or have any meaningful impact at the end. And we don't know too little where it's kind of interesting and mysterious. We know way too much from what she says, and it's not satisfying either way. And it's for nobody. This episode is fucking garbage.
And it feels kind of like it ends just like the Tardigrades episode, where it's just people just giving up and submitting to an alien invasion. Like, whatever,
This would be a good time to talk about this because there's nothing else to say about the actual plot, right? Oh, she goes back to Earth, and then everyone's freaking out, and she's like walking in the fucking Costco, about to get her egg, and everyone's screaming bloody murder. The end. Oh, she walks into her where her baby's room was before that, and I didn't feel anything.
No, I was just like, no. You know what I felt? Thank God it's over.
I was like, man, that baby's lucky.
I felt mental fatigue. Like I went into it lucid, and then by the end of it, I was like really zoning out, like just falling asleep. Like, wow.
Nice pun, Adam.
Oh, what the funny story, Mark.
I got it. Yep. You want me to hit the outro there?
No, I want to do one last thing.
Okay, go ahead.
which is talk about how many episodes end with how many of these season 1 and 2 episodes have been the world coming to an end because of aliens or whatever. Because there's way too fucking many at this point.
Do octopi count?
So first season, we got a traveler.
It's 1,
6 Degrees of Freedom.
2.
There was only 4 in this season, 2020 season.
This season we got
Downtime.
The one with the parallel dimension
count
kind of
Downtime?
counts too.
No,
Yeah.
Downtime.
no Downtime.
So
8
8 human face.
face.
Try. So 3 or not. Try. You might also like so 3.
So 5 out of 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's a quarter of the episodes. Humanity ends because, except for 8, all aliens.
Well, I mean, compare that to seasons 1 and 2 for the original series. What's the ratio there?
Oh God.
You'd really have to look. I don't expect you to have an answer for that, but
2,
interested to find out.
Not many. I can't even think of one.
2, maybe 2.
I feel like that type of story is much more sought out in this generation.
Yeah, it's the dystopianism is like the new cool. It's like people are bad because you should feel bad because people are bad.
I would-
That was like Cold War time.
You think
it
I would scale that
way
back,
more-
and I would say it was cool. It was cool 2010 to 2016. I would say people are bored of it at this point.
Thank you.
Well, that's because it's actually come true now.
Sure. Yeah. We got a Cheeto for president. I mean, what do you want to do?
Well, no, I'm talking about China, but okay.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I don't feel like we're living in 1984.
I'm just tired of all these shows constantly telling us you're bad because this reason. You're bad because that reason. You're bad. No fucking humanity.
Right. You're bad because you're sitting there writing a TV show about it instead of actually giving a shit and doing something about it.
That's
So
why
fuck
the next
yourself.
generation was good. It was humanist.
Well, I'm going to say something right now, but I'm not going to say something. I'm not going to say it.
Say it, Frank.
It's better if he doesn't.
Are you going to tell us after, Frank?
I do have some yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know how lazy are they that a quarter of their episodes, that's a lot, a quarter. They're only doing 10 a year. How do they have that many, that big of a chunk of their storylines end the exact same fucking way? That is so lazy.
It's lazy, and I think it's
I'll ask this. How many of the episodes out of the 20 did the main characters die?
None?
More than 5.
None.
What do you mean none? They all died in this one. Ovation.
We don't see them die, though.
Well,
but it's implied. The world doesn't end, but it's also implied. I mean,
you die when the world ends. You know,
I think you're at the same 5, so we're at the exact same.
No, Ovation.
She doesn't die.
Well, she
dies.
Okay, there's a death.
So how many episodes have a death in them?
At the end, yeah. Almost all, like a lot of them, like a lot.
I like the ending of Meet in the Middle. He just goes to prison. He's fucked. That's a different ending where it's at least it's something.
It's true.
But still, the guy's a schmuck,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That you can have an ending like that, and it's different than the world ends. Like, why are there so many right in a row here at the end? World ends. Oh, great.
Yeah. He didn't go to prison. He was killed.
No, he wasn't.
Nope, he was in the back of a squad car.
He's in the back of a squad car getting arrested.
Oh, that one. Okay, no, I thought you were.
Then she told him, "It's like, well, bitch, thanks for fucking falling for it."
Okay, fair enough. That one, yeah. But I thought you were talking about the one where he was robbing the bank.
Yeah, he lived in that.
Yeah, but the cop didn't.
Yeah, the cop didn't, but that's not our main character.
No,
Main character actually is a piece of shit. That's why I say it's a different ending. It's a cool ending.
Okay, if you want to get more particular as the main character, the cop was pretty much a main character. I mean, there was 3 main characters really. There was the guy robbing the bank, his girlfriend, and the cop.
The girlfriend was not a main character.
Okay, there was 2 then.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But at least they're trying. You could tell they know how to do different endings. Why are they all the fucking same all of a sudden?
Yeah, I mean 3 out of 10 for one season is not a good ratio.
And two
Peel needs to write more than 1 out of 10.
Yeah. He
Saying
needs to be writing a lot more. He needs to.
Yeah.
he's the one who wanted to do this shit. Did he just give up, or is he
I
just?
don't know, but there's some lousy writing here, and I think I feel like the dystopian alien endings are to this show what the painting shit is to Tales from the Crypt. You know, like the painting episodes. There's always an evil painting or something involving an artist. And it's like, fuck off.
Weren't these stories crowdfunded?
God, I hope not, because people got
the first
fucked on
season.
this
He
one.
was taking submissions.
What's that thing?
The first season, he was taking submissions.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know if any of them made it. I have no idea. But
This one feels like it.
I'd have been pissed if I crowdfunded this.
This one is 100% Us Perkins. Wrote it, directed it, and was starred in it. Not starred, but he's in it.
Is what a candidate?
Yeah. It's like he wrote it. He wanted to play that one of his characters, so he wrote this episode.
Yep.
Like, it feels like weird.
That's probably the real motivation. Oh, I totally love old Twilight Zone, dude. I'm going to make one. Yeah.
I always wanted to be 9 feet tall.
Talking witty dialogue. Yeah.
Have big shoulder pads and a big old prosthetic on my head. Yeah.
I can't. I think we just found the answer. That's the only thing that makes any sense. That's really it. It's an ego episode for one guy, and it's the most insulting thing ever if you're a huge fan of the original series because it doesn't fucking tie in with anything.
Well,
other than there are the same kind of shit aliens, and they call themselves the same thing. It has nothing to do. It's not the same plan. We don't know what happened between the 60s version and this version. What the fuck? Why are they developing an egg to get into people's heads? Why they have to use commercials to do that? They even explain it in this episode. I still don't understand it. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, because commercials are like really played more than the goddamn show that they're on it anymore anyway.
Yeah, but like she said in it, nobody watches them. We built things to skip around them, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah, but that takes free will that they don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why do they have to understand anything? Just drop the fucking eggs in the planet. It seems like that would kill everybody. I don't know why they have to go through this convoluted fucking plan. This is what I mentioned earlier. Why is it so convoluted where people have to accept the eggs into their home? Just be like, open their door, egg, bitch, throw the egg in the fucking room. And they'd be like, what the fuck? And they kill them the same. It doesn't make any sense.
The plot is too stupid to justify its own existence.
I'm telling you, you guys, if you were to watch, the original, you would really.
I have seen the original. Yeah, it makes it even worse. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense because in the original, I don't want to spoil it for Jess. Actually,
I don't think it does personally because it's so disconnected in every way from the original.
What I was about to say would. So I'm going to keep it to myself.
It's one episode I don't want to spoil.
It's good. That's what I mean. I don't want to spoil it for Jensen. So there you go.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, I did show Matala the original episode before this one.
Mm-hmm.
She liked the original. Was not on board for this one. Hated it.
But she liked the original one.
She liked the original. Yeah. This episode has a 4.5 on IMDb.
Wow, that is the lowest IMDb rating I've ever heard.
Yep.
4.5. Yeah. Let's go to season 1. See if there's a lower one. 4.5.
There's got to be.
Oz Perkins, you blew it.
Wonder Kid 4.9. So like I said, not all men 4.7.
Good.
So I think the Wonder Kid is slightly better than this, which is not a compliment, really.
No.
The word, yeah. Well,
Wonder Kid at least made sense. This one is just like, the fuck did I just watch?
And Not All Men is my second least favorite episode from last season, but at least I felt something watching it.
Yeah, anger.
Yeah. I related to it because it was a familiar feeling.
I spent that whole episode saying fuck you, and fuck you.
I will say that I know we're going to get into it next week, but I truly enjoyed this season much more than the first season. I felt like it had some bad eggs in it, like this one.
But
overall,
Master Jansen, why don't you calm down?
shut up, egghead. All right. Overall, it was a solid season, I think, personally. But like I said, we'll get into it next week.
Yeah, next week. Play the outro there. Next week we're gonna get into our season. We're gonna rank, 1 through 10, and we'll kind of just discuss for season 1 versus season 2, and then after that we're gonna talk about the winner of the bracket, which was Nightmare 30,000 Feet.
Yeah, right on.
Dread got you down? Well, Mrs. Janet Warren finally found relief, albeit for a limited time only. But buyer beware, all sales are final. Here, in the Twilight Zone.
Fuck you, Jordan Peele.
Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Jansen Carlin.
I'm Frank Clowntownling. Squeeze.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
LIWstudios.com, RedDragonsRadio.com, RedAsLostFlix.com.
And nothing else.
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you, Oz Perkins.
Fuck you.